So boom, I'm reacting to Blue Lock Season 2, Episode 4. Let's get right into it.
Reo Mikage is a young man whose life seems marked by perfection. With outstanding grades, he excels in everything he does. From basketball, where he shines with his talent, to music, where he plays instruments with mastery. Until now, Reo has managed to get everything he's wanted, but deep down, he knows there are things in this world that may be beyond his reach. Finally, the moment he's been waiting for has arrived, to play alongside his friend Nagi once again. With determination, Reo tells him, "Don't lose sight of me, Nagi."
Hey yo, what the fuck?
All right, Nagi responds confidently. Isagi and Nanase are watching the replay of the match. Isagi explains how he scored his goal. Nanase asks if he felt all of that in the moment, to which Isagi replies that he was reacting as he moved. Hiyori joins the conversation, mentioning that he didn't expect Isagi to score, commenting that he thought the cross would reach Rin or Shido. Isagi asks Hiyori why he suggested thinking reflexively. Hiyori responds that the game is like Tetris. At first, you carefully think about how to place the pieces, but then the pace picks up, and there's no time to think. Playing at that speed to keep up with Rin and Shido is complicated. And now Isagi and Nanase understand that. How are the pieces stacked? Which pieces do you have reserved? What shape is the next piece? You take in that information, think about it, and act. Skilled gamers can process all that at high speed, pressing the best button combinations by reflex. The same goes for soccer. Isagi now realizes that if he had played as usual, he would have been too slow. Thanks to his focus, he was able to process what was happening on the field and get himself into position to shoot. Nanase points out that this isn't a new skill, but rather an upgrade. Like the transition from 4 gigabytes to 5 gigabytes in cell phones. Isagi realizes that everything aligned for him in the match. He thanks Hiyori and Nanase, who also reflect on their own experiences. Nanase praises Hiyori for his performance, and Hiyori, being modest, says that everyone did their best. Isagi nods with conviction, having no regrets about his performance on the field. Satisfied, Nanase also acknowledges that he gave his all, and now they just have to wait for the results. Isagi reflects on a new sensation he experienced during the match, an intuitive skill he hasn't yet mastered, but he believes that if he can reproduce it, his potential will grow. The second match is about to begin. Team A, made up of the second-ranked players, will face Team C, composed of the first-ranked players. The match begins. Reo feels he has improved since Nagi chose other players. but he's still behind him. Ryo is determined to prove that he's the only one who should be by Nagi's side. Igaguri notices that Ryo is faster now, while Aryu declares that the number 10 is his. Ryo can anticipate Nagi's movements and the type of pass he wants. Nagi mentions it's a good pass, but the tallest youth player, Ishikari, intercepts the ball, warning Nagi not to get too confident as the pass was low. The ball falls at Itoshi Rin's feet. He feels excited because the pass came from the top-ranked player in Blue Lock, and he thinks of making a great counterattack alongside number 1. However, Ryo blocks Igaguri's advance, warning him that he'll turn him into a useless monk. Igaguri realizes Ryo won't make it easy for him. The goal is far away, and he's at a crossroads. He needs to make an assist, but he wonders to whom he should pass the ball and which genius he should follow. It's a crucial moment that could define his destiny. Igaguri reacts involuntarily and passes the ball to Shido. Shido, calling Gagamaru top-notch, positions himself behind him. Gagamaru, alert, wonders if the antennae guy can get behind him but manages to intercept the pass with a perfect stretch, impressing Shido. Yukimiya charges toward Rin Itoshi. With great skill, he performs a dazzling dribble and leaves Rin behind with ease. Ryo, astonished, remarks that it was an outside step over, highlighting Yukimiya's explosive speed. Yukimiya confidently states, "Football is played one-on-one, basically. And in those duels, I know there's no one better than me on this field." Impressed, Shido challenges him to try that against him. Yukimiya also taunts Shido, leaving him behind with his speed and dribbling skills. Despite appearances, Yukimiya's speed and physique are his key strengths. This guy is forging his path with strength and speed. This is Kenyu Yukimiya, number 5, Emperor of One-on-Ones. Igaguri and Ishikari block Yukimiya's advance. Yukimiya has no intention of using Ryo's flank. Everything will be resolved if he scores. Yukimiya shoot, the ball appears to be going out, but it has a strange trajectory, dipping and curving, a spinning shot. Aryu arrives in time to stop the shot, commenting that the ball is quite heavy. Seeing that the number 6 controlled the ball, Nagi scores, putting Team C in the lead with a score of 1-0. Ryo thinks the best players are playing at an exaggerated level. This is no longer the Nagi he once knew. Nagi apologizes to Yukimiya for stealing the goal. Yukimiya praises Nagi's control, and Nagi, in turn, tells Yukimiya he made a good shot. Ryo's level is no longer enough to satisfy Nagi, who is enjoying playing soccer more than ever. Ryo realizes Nagi has changed and is no longer the bored guy who simply received his passes. As the game resumes, he begins dribbling against Ryo, who is astonished to notice that the top 6 players are on a completely different level. Each one has incredible abilities that go beyond 100%, reaching areas that normal people can't access no matter how hard they try. And then there's Ryo, a more balanced player. No matter how much he improves his plays, he can only reach 99% at most with his current abilities. He wonders how he'll ever be able to face these top 6. Rin leaves him behind with a dribble, Ryo feels he's out of his depth against the chemical reaction of these monsters. Rin shoots and scores, tying the game at 1-1. Shido reprimands Rin for playing in a way that excludes him, but Rin responds that he's merely optimizing the field. Ryo reflects on the character of the top players, describing them as hopeless fools. Nagi also feels frustrated by the level of his opponents and challenges them to try again. Ryo says that intensity is what makes them shine. Despite the possibility of losing and being sent home, he is determined to continue pursuing his dream. In a flashback, Ryo recalls a conversation with his parents, who told him he couldn't become a soccer player and should focus on a conventional career path. Go to a good university and be a good businessman. Forget it, Ryo. You were born to surpass me. Only a select few can be football players, and you won't be able to be one. We say this for your own good. Reo with a smile says that it's ridiculous. Going back there means returning to a life of boredom. What I want is here. Number it's only here. If my dream is going to be shattered and fade away, I'll discard everything. And I'll become an idiot. Yukimiya begins dribbling and leaves Igaguri behind. However, Rin steals the ball from him, asking if he's struggling with a 2-on-1. Yukimiya responds that he's rather uncharismatic. And finally, Reo receives the ball. Reo realizes that although his skill is capped at 99%, his talent for executing any move with finesse is something he should be proud of and rely on. Reo is no longer an apprentice. He has mastered everything he can. He prepares to face his opponents with all his might. Nagi expects Reo to pass him the ball, but Reo decides to shoot instead. Reo says, "I won't pass it to you, Nagi. Just as you're changing in blue lock, I'll adopt any color that suits me." Reo takes a shot at the goal, but he realizes the ball's trajectory is the same as Yukimiya's, a spinning shot with an overwhelming curve that enters the goal. And the blue lock man is unable to stop it. The score becomes 2-1, with Team C taking the lead. This is Reo's new style of play, the Chameleon. Isagi, watching the match, comments that Reo scored using his ability to copy and capitalize on his finesse. This is the answer Reo Mikage has found to survive in Blue Lock. Nanase states that Reo will be unbeatable because he can copy moves, but Hiyori counters that this isn't true, as it's still just a copy. No matter how well he mimics a move, he can only reproduce it at 99%. Against a 100% original technique or higher, he won't be able to surpass it. Isagi reflects that even if Reo copies a move, it will always be inferior to the original. Isagi doesn't know how to solve this challenge, meaning Reo's copying skill is still in development. At the end of the match, the score is 5-3, with Team A winning the game. Reo thinks he's still not at the level to surpass the top 6, but he now understands the path he must follow to evolve. Although they lost, Nagi tells Reo that he scored a great goal and likes how he copies other players' skills, which is very characteristic of him. Reo replies that it's not enough, and it's not the kind of soccer Nagi should be playing. Reo asks him to underestimate him and wait, promising that he will become someone impossible to ignore. Nagi nods and leaves. While Reo decides that he will achieve his goal at any cost. Elsewhere, Itoshi Sai arrives at the Japan Football Union meeting, where Hiroshi and Seiji thank him for attending. Sai asks his manager who the president and manager are, and upon finding out, he comments that it simplifies things. After watching a video of the U20 team, Itoshi Sai summarizes it as garbage, especially the forwards, whom he considers ineffective.
Me personally, I wouldn't take this level of disrespect.
He accepted the offer to play against Blue Lock, but if they play like a high school team, he won't do it. Before leaving, Hiroshi tells him that if he doesn't like the forwards, they can get him one. Sai, upon hearing this, then mentions that he wants to team up with a fool from Blue Lock.
Alright, so guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and have a great day. And on that note, peace out.